Or stuff that's yeah.
Oh my god, the pause at the worst time. I was trying to take a drink and I died.
Good. Now start telling me
back on
funny
the topic,
things.
dude. I hate when the deli tries to offer me like cheese, but it's just like a thin square. I want it to be like I want it to weigh as much as titanium.
Cheese, right?
Dude. I want it to be like just a block. No, like not like normal block cheese. Like a block that weighs the same as titanium.
What?
I don't care that I'm gonna go down. I just want titanium cheese. I just want it to have the density of titanium.
How much does the average piece of titanium weigh?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's worth it for having a cheese weigh that much.
Okay,
dude,
I'm dead.
I would love for like.
Okay, I'm looking this up. How big is a pound of titanium?
Probably pretty big. But still, just having titanium cheese, you could do so much with it.
Like an Israeli,
Titanium cheese, just make buildings out of it.
How much is the average like? So a pound of titanium is 30.
Just pause it, Sal. Just pause it.
No, I'm not. So you're telling me you want 30 pounds worth of, or $30 worth of cheese, essentially?
Yes. Yeah. Because there's so many uses for it. Like? You could use it as makeshift body armor. You could throw it at someone if they're breaking into your house.
I got Ether Bunny, guys.
Go, 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 go. Stay back. I got my titanium cheese. I'm begging you. I don't want to use it.
Oh, no.
Oh, nah.
I hope my sister doesn't walk in while I'm recording you guys talk about why cheese is more protective as a defense mechanism than titanium.
Dude, it is. As long as it weighs enough, you can disguise it. Like, it could just be like a normal block of cheese in your fridge, and then somebody breaks in and you just boom! You slam them in the head with it. It crumbles like glass. It knocks them out immediately.
I'm used to working from a distance.
Guys, I need to use this.
Help doesn't matter as much as titanium cheese. Where are they? I'll beat them up.
Titanium
no one hurts my friends. Oh my god.
No, how did I revive
I think as long as... Wait, you revived me? I thought Zach revived me. That seems like a problem, Zach. See you later. See you tomorrow.
Are you gonna go back in your brain about fucking cheese?
Yes. Back on the topic.
This feels familiar.
It would be here. I'll say it again. It'll be. I'll come up with more reasons. It'll be worth it because just like
Very much required.
think of like everything you could do with it. You could use it as a paperweight. You could use it as a self-defense mechanism.
Why buy that much cheese when you could just buy a VR headset?
Dude. Like, not just a paperweight. Like, yeah, you could hit someone over the head with a VR headset, but it'll break immediately. Like,
what do I do in this one?
But like,
wait.
It'll be worth it.
So if I hit somebody in the head with a solid block of, is it titanium cheese or just cheese?
Titanium cheese.
Titanium cheese. So like, what does titanium cheese entail? Does it have like a percent of
it's
titanium
really
per
heavy
slice?
and it's dense. It's like really dense.
So its density is like 231 like square like whatever per pound or whatever the fuck that shit is.
Yes. Yes.
God. You're gonna kill
like
someone.
You get slapped with that, you're gonna get hit with like a concrete slab that like they use for like putting in people's like gardens and everything. Like it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna do a lot. Like you might like hurt yourself while trying to wield the titanium cheese.
Yeah, this isn't my...
Drops it on toes, breaks.
Because it's literally just like, that's what it is. It's cheese that is the same density as titanium. What else should I call it? I'm getting jumped by everyone. They try to steal my titanium cheese patent. I killed them. They can't grab it from me. They can't take it.
Wait, can I start up an old rant that we had going?
No, not the RTX, whatever. Because that activated my sleeper. I'm a Russian sleeper agent. That's my sleeper phase.
No.
You just woke up my sleeper cell agent, dude. I started like freaking out. I was like,
somebody activated the numbers.
No, not the RTX 3080s.
No, it was 3090s, and the world is powered by them. And like Elon Musk is like a robot that was actually designed to create more 3090s or something.
Yeah. But he's powered by like a 4090. He's got like a really strong one, because he's like smarter than everyone.
Yeah. No, well, whatever.
And then like they figure out like resurrection technology, and they like resurrect like certain world leaders and not the German one because they don't like him anymore. But
Whoa.
I can't buy ammo.
Whoa.
What? We don't like him. He stinks.
First weapon.
True, but whoa.
But like, they do.
Guys, I need
Like,
help.
say there's like good world leaders before, and they're like, oh, it would be really nice to have them because they would run the world differently, and it would be
bring
good.
back Alexander the Conqueror, aka Alexander the Great?
I mean, in this theory,
we might not have France,
in this alternate universe, we could. In
I got
my
another
own,
arcade
Okay,
token.
now can you link the titanium cheese and the 39?
yes, okay, here, I gotta give me a second. Like so, I gotta like put more backstory to it.
He's a
okay?
good general. He makes good chicken.
Okay. I'm not gonna say so anymore because you're gonna make that joke.
General So, I just had that chicken today actually.
Okay. Like the 3090s and in the 4090s are all connected to the titanium cheese.
Did you know they're
because the
actually making
titanium
4090s?
cheese is a power source. It conducts electricity
Oh my
and
God.
powers it.
Wait, but
I haven't been
Wait.
listening for the past 5 minutes. I don't know what we're on now.
is titanium
We're on-
conductive?
I'm
Probably
pretty sure
not,
it is.
but it's conductive titanium
Poor
cheese that
conductive-
powers
It has
3090s
poor
so people
conduction.
can
Oh my
live.
god, how little electricity does it make?
It's like a big block, like huge. It's a huge block of titanium cheese
Ah!
that like constantly generates a flow of electricity. And it powers the world. It's like they replaced the core
Somebody
of
please
Earth
use healing aura.
with a titanium cheese. I don't
can't.
have it. I'll try to res you.
I'm near Jug.
Yeah, I'm going. But the titanium cheese, it's upgraded. It's got like some copper around it so it has higher conductivity, and then they use it to power the world by using it as like a generator, and they get rid of the core of the planet and they replace it with that. They replace it with a solid block. I'm not gonna let you die.
At this point, I just want to walk
Okay.
out of my room. Please stop reviving me.
No, I need to revive you so you can't walk out of your room so I can go back on my rant of
I
3090
just wanted to go
titanium
lie down on my
cheese.
bed because you've been ranting about titanium cheese and 3090s for 7 minutes now.
Do I care? No. You're staying alive as long as I need you to.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
What, the Squidward laugh?
Yeah, yeah.
They're jumping me! They're jumping me!
Good. Now continue your fucking story because I'm actually interested.
Okay, so where I left off was the copper surrounded titanium cheese that powers the planet
I
because they
did
got
not
rid of the
hear that.
core.
What?
Oh my god.
So they take the titanium cheese and they
Okay.
conduct it, but they
Wait,
wrap
wait,
it in
wait,
some
wait.
sort of
Can
copper
said
wire.
titanium cheese be consumed?
Yes.
Are you sure? That sounds like
But
some-
like,
has
it's
that
not
sound-
the healthiest option. It's not the healthiest option.
that sounds like Trump when he said drink bleach.
Yeah.
I mean, you could,
Good.
but like,
Healthiest option.
yeah.
It's not the healthiest option, but you know.
Please, Zach,
Don't worry,
fucking
I'll
please,
res
Zach,
you.
please,
Please.
No, no, this is Parker.
No!
Yes, 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 yes.
What happened?
My saviors.
I am coming.
No, don't revive me. I beg of you. Keep them off me.
Much better.
Come here, Sal.
I already res him. I call that
Good.
token. I call the token.
I don't want to hear about
go.
his rants about titanium cheese anymore.
You were the one
I
that
went
brought
down.
up the 3090, so
I
I
know I
had to.
did, but it's.
It's
Well,
insanity.
I
Keanu
need to
Reeves
res.
connected
I
to
need to
it
get a res.
somehow.
I need to get a res.
so Keanu Reeves is connected to it because
Someone
he,
please res
like,
me.
I can't. I'm still going on my rant, no matter whether you die or not.
Somebody has
I'll
quick
message
revive.
you my
Somebody
rant
has
over it.
fucking quick revive.
Zach, use quick revive.
Can't. Okay.
Okay,
we're
so I'm going on my rant still. So, Keanu Reeves is connected to the titanium cheese that powers the world that's wrapped in copper that they removed the core to put there because
I'm just gonna wait in the lobby.
He's the original creator of titanium cheese.
Separate video.
Oh my god.
What, the
you stop
titanium
recording?
cheese lore?
Yes.
Did you stop recording?
No, I didn't. I want this to be its own separate
Okay.
video. Please
Alright,
keep
I'm
ranting.
muting then.
So the titanium cheese is connected to, I already said this, because Keanu Reeves was the first ever inventor, or he thought of the idea originally to make titanium cheese because he thought it would work well as a generator as it's used now, because he's smart. He was in the Matrix. He's smart. And so they adapted it now because everything else started to fail, and they started to lose other like valuable power sources. And now all they use is mostly like some sort of titanium cheese or 3090s or 4090s or something like that. And since the world is powered by it, there's like not that many other like resolutions to it. So they have Elon Musk with a 4090 trying to make a more complicated and stronger titanium cheese so they could power the world for longer and they could power it better. And then back on the topic of, since they figured out resurrection technology, they figured out how to resurrect Albert Einstein, and they have him working with Elon Musk. And he's powered by a 4090 as well. But he has a core in his chest that is titanium cheese as well. So he's like a little smarter than Elon. So, like, they are both working together to make a smaller but stronger block of dense titanium cheese that powers the world. Because the titanium cheese core is about to run out of energy soon, so they're like hurrying to make another core that's stronger and better before the core dies out and they explode, because the titanium cheese they've been using has been laced with high explosives that no one knows about, so when it runs out it's gonna explode. And it's gonna rip the titanium cheese apart, which is gonna cause a black hole, and it's gonna suck the earth in, and everyone's dead.
Is that it?
But then
Oh my god. I swear to God, Parker.
but then no, listen up, this is where it gets good. So then aliens,
Is this gonna be the first episode of Racc Rants?
Alright, I'm gonna go take a poop. I swear
Probably.
if I come back and
But
install on the
aliens-
rant.
Zach, I'm gonna kick you because we're just gonna play multiplayer, I guess, while he rants about titanium cheese.
so we're gonna play multiplayer while I rant about this.
Zach?
Are you gonna play multiplayer after this?
Yeah, we're playing multiplayer, so you can rant about whatever you want.
So
I
okay,
poop, and I can join after.
all right. So back on my rant. Aliens that completely did not have any clue about the
rewind. Just say aliens.
aliens.
Alex Jones, go on.
Aliens that are so advanced they had no clue about the titanium cheese like protocol or project or anything. They didn't have any clue about the technology, and they didn't know about like Elon Musk or anybody. They didn't they didn't realize.
So did the aliens come after or before the explosion?
They
of the
came
core?
after the explosion.
So they don't know how to contain this thing.
They don't know how to contain this thing,
did
and
it just explode or did it go like hypernova?
it imploded.
It
Like,
so
the
like
cheese-
it went inside out. So it went
Yes, the cheese
essentially.
exploded and then sucked everything in.
So it essentially went belly up.
Yes, and then the aliens, were like coming along. They have no clue about any of this technology at all, because they're more advanced, and they're
Wait, so if they're more advanced, wouldn't they?
what?
Wouldn't they know about the cheese because they're
No, it's like a past thing. Like they're more advanced, but they had no clue it
So
existed.
it's in the past, but they just simply overlooked it.
Yes, they overlooked it. They had no clue it was a real thing. And so they have no clue what any of this is about, but the spaceship they're in is made out of titanium cheese.
What
They have no clue.
Fuck, are you talking? You said they don't know about the titanium cheese, but then their spaceship's
But
made
they
out of
don't know. It's just metal.
Continue.
Alright, so as I was saying, the aliens, they have no clue. They have no clue, but the spaceship they're currently in is made out of titanium cheese. They have no clue. And, they're just cruising along. But, like, they find, like, the remnants of Earth in the titanium cheese that imploded. And they look around and they start thinking about it. And they kind of have, like, scientists, I guess you could say, looking around and trying to figure out what was going on before this happened and how it happened. Because it's a wreck. There's things everywhere. So they look into it and they take some, like, scraps of the titanium cheese that imploded. And they realize that they've been riding in it the whole time.
So they took the shit from the exploded Earth core or from the exploded Earth crust?
From the exploded Earth core, like there's just like titanium cheese floating around in the proximity.
Around them. And they're looking at the shit and they take a piece in and they're like, wait a minute, this is our spaceship's materials.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
And they do tests and they realize that they realize that it's
what? It's the One Piece? Shut up.
No, they realize that it's aged and like there's like particles on it, and for some reason, it's more conductive than it was when they were using it, than when people on Earth were using it. So they think
something in the Earth's atmosphere made the titanium cheese more conductive.
Yes.
Or was it the 3090s that you keep forgetting to fucking mention?
No, those are coming back sometime. You don't know when.
I don't know. Of course I don't know when, because it's like listening to an old man's rambling after he's drinking crack.
Securing Alpha.
Go on.
So, they do tests and they figure out it's really conductive, and they're like, hey, this should be a good power source. They use it to power their ship. Okay? But shortly after, it starts to overload almost, so they stop. They cancel the protocol, and they check out what's going on. They realize that the titanium cheese is just too dangerous to be used. So, instead of using titanium cheese, they find remnants of, like, other metal and plastic floating around. They take that and they're like, hey, this used to be something they used, and it gave them a lot of technology. It made them smarter. So, why don't we use these and give them to just the smartest people we have on board? They make 5090s out of the materials.
Oh my god. Of course they're coming back now.
It smartens them. It makes them better. They come up with the best format of titanium cheese known to anywhere. Known to,
Wait,
like,
format?
any kind.
These things can be formatted?
It's the best... It's the best...
It's the 2.0?
Version. Yes. It's the double tap 2.0 to titanium cheese.
Okay.
So, it's more conductive, but it's a little less conductive than it used to be, but it doesn't overheat as fast. So, they use it to power their spaceship to see if it will work again. It doesn't overheat. And they use it more often, and they tell more people about it. And they think, hey, this would be a great idea. They use it, and they test how it works.
Oh.
They see it and test how it works, and they're like, hey, this actually works really well.
Off topic, he's ranting about titanium cheese. There she goes. Now she's disappearing.
Okay. So, they test it and they're like, hey, this works really well. Those guys are actually kind of smart. They did pretty well searching the area, and they found some pretty good evidence and everything for new technology. And they use it. I mean, I don't know why I'm repeating so much, but like, they use it for a long time. Like a long time. And they can't believe how well it works. And it starts to evolve over time, very slowly, not by much, but very slowly. Like every like three or 4 years, it evolves very slightly.
So like self-evolving?
No, like they work on it, just
Okay,
a little bit.
Now,
Like,
for the sake of this might being the first episode of Racc Rants, what made you think of this?
nothing.
Like, this is just pure, like, drug-fueled imagination from being up late.
Yep. And twist up.
Twist? What is that? Oh.
Rip off Sprite. That's what it'd be. So.
Also, what?
What?
I don't know what you said. What?
Rip off Sprite.
That's what you said.
Yeah, I said twist up, rip off Sprite.
Okay.
Capturing objective as task.
So, going back to my rant, of course, obviously. So, they say, hey, this works really well. They start to evolve it. It works even better. More like races, more aliens and everything, more like things of all over the galaxy start to like use it because it's a good idea. They think it works amazingly well for some power source they had no idea about.
I already see you're trying to link it to somehow making it like the Dragon Ball.
I mean, I could. I wasn't really going there.
Is this
that
just
adds to my
story
rant.
time with like Uncle Peepaw?
But he's drunk on very, very aged, not safe to drink tequila.
Yeah. Let's keep...
So, as I said, more species over the galaxy start to use it. And they just can't, like, it's amazing. They can't go back to using anything else. But,
I feel like this is the time I should
One-
get up and stretch and like take my headphones off because of how many times you've like brought up titanium cheese, but at the same time it's like I don't know.
well, I'm gonna keep going. So, one person, they got like kind of a botched titanium cheese. They didn't really make it right because they kind of have to make it, but also like
Wait,
It's
I thought you
kind-
said it was found naturally. Is it
Did I?
Is it found naturally on Earth?
no, it was found like around Earth because like the big core that was in the middle of Earth that exploded. So they kind of have to like they don't make it on their own, but like they get like small shipments of titanium cheese and they have to like slowly evolve the core with the more pieces they get.
So they're looking at this conquered planet, an exploded planet, and saying, let's slowly bring this to us as to not overfill our reserves.
Yes. And okay, so they like it's some assembly required. They mess up the assembly a little bit, it explodes.
This is a
They
Lego
start
set?
freaking out. Yes, they start freaking out and they're like, why did this randomly explode this one time? They stop using it. They completely get rid of it. One species still use it because they believe it's the original species that first founded it. They believe that it'll still work because they have been using it this entire time and it was worked insanely well. And they keep using it and it keeps working. It just doesn't fail. Other people are a little confused, but they still don't go back to using it. But I kind of confused myself where I was going with this. But
You want me to like change the topic?
no. I would still be on the topic of titanium cheese. I'd bring it up every once in a while. But
I guess that.
so they remember, oh hey, we found this weird technology and we made it into 5090s. What if we combine both? And they make titanium cheese powered by RTX 5090s. and it excels. It works 10 times better than anything else.
So the power source of the titanium cheese, the graphics card.
Yes. And since they have kind of an abundance of it, because they kind of been combining like the remnants of 4090s they could find on like the stratosphere around Earth. It's like exploded parts that they've just been like combining together with like random technology. And so, since they have like so much of it, they've just been making them constantly, and it's benefiting them. And they just like one time they send out a scavenging team to scavenge more stuff, like more titanium cheese scraps and RTX scraps, and they find out that there's been a secret this entire time.
What's the secret?
Resurrection.
I swear to God, if he's still on this rant,
Bro, shut up. This rant's going well. You missed like the best arc of the rant,
all
dude.
the lore, dude. You missed like literally like FNAF lore. Don't interrupt it. He's going really well.
So, they remember the team finds out about Resurrection, but they don't really tell anyone.
what? How did it go from titanium cheese to resurrecting someone?
Shut up. I'm going. I'm still talking. I'm gonna keep talking about it. So, they kind of, they're like, hey, we could use this to our own benefit and not really worry about what other people think, like what others think, and we're just not gonna tell them about it. So they use it to resurrect Elon Musk, okay? And he joins them on board their titanium cheese alien spaceship. I'm just bringing that up so Zach can kind of hear the maniac stuff going on. And so, when they figure that out, they realize Elon Musk could be a big help to them, because he realizes that he was the one that helped to make
This
that,
guy's literally
like,
okay, go on.
bro. They realize that, oh hey, this guy was the one that helped come up with the idea of having a titanium cheese core power the Earth. So they bring him back, and he starts to work on it, but he just can't seem to perfect it anymore.
Humans have the ability to bring people back to life?
They did, but they only brought back Albert Einstein because they only brought back the smartest people they could.
Okay, that was the only good
help
German
work.
person. Change my mind.
Bruh. I mean, yeah. And so they bring back Elon Musk, and he's like, he keeps working on it, but he can't seem to perfect it. Like, they worked really hard and did really well on this project.
Wait. They brought back Elon Musk, but not Alan Turing.
No.
You know who Alan Turing is, right?
No. That's
The person that made that
that,
that solved the Enigma machine.
Oh, well, no. I
You
didn't
know,
hear
like the Nazi cipher that was like uncipherable.
I didn't really hear about him. I didn't really learn about him ever, so. Okay, and so they bring him back. Yeah, they bring him back, and he can't seem to solve it. So they're like, "Oh crap, this isn't really working how it should have." Because, yet again, they're running out of time. It's slowly destabilizing itself, but very slowly. So they resurrect someone else. They go far back and resurrect Keanu Reeves. Who,
That's not far back. That's not far back.
Kind
Albert
of.
Einstein is farther back.
Okay, well they reach far back because they're in the future. They kind of forgot about him.
Oh shit! Somebody else. Go on.
And so they brought back Keanu Reeves, and he helped work on the project because he was the first person who comes up with the total idea of titanium cheese. He was like, he came up with the titanium cheese. And he's like, hey, instead of having one big block of titanium cheese mixed with 50 90s, if I'm getting my numbers right because I forgot.
Can I just like spectate people so I could just sit here and watch people play while I Like,
Hear
listen to
this nonsense being spout out of some lunatic's
Can I
mouth.
just, like, spectate people?
I don't know.
Alright, just go on.
So, you know, as I said, they bring Keanu back, and he just thinks, instead of just titanium cheese, what if the titanium cheese powered
Alright,
by
can we
RTX 5090?
switch games? So, like, I could spectate people instead? Like, so you could play it while you talk and I spectate you, because I genuinely want to pay attention to this.
Like what? Like
Fortnite?
Sure.
Alright.
Gonna be even more hectic.
I'm gonna open Fortnite first.
Are you still recording? Because I just want to make sure I could still kind of spout out my... Alright, so, he thinks, instead of having one big solid block of titanium cheese that powers the ship, they have small blocks of titanium cheese that are stronger but runs out of energy faster all across the ship.
He's still talking about it.
Cheese.
And
Why is he so fucking mad about cheese? What the cheese do to you?
Hey,
Parker.
I'm recording.
Parker, what the cheese do to you? Not the pork.
tell her to get out. I'm in the middle of my talk. I'm in the middle of my TED talk. Okay. So they spread out small blocks of titanium cheese all across the ship, but they are stronger, but they don't last as long. So they need to switch them out more. But that's just kind of something else they add so they can work harder on trying to perfect something that's already been perfected.
Mm-hmm.
And so they keep trying hard, and they almost get it. They almost get it, but they just can't. They're missing missing a puzzle piece.
A better power source.
They made titanium cheese better. They made it as best as they could, but they can't get it. They can't get it right there. It just needs. They're just missing.
If I just sit out and flip,
I don't know. I don't think so. You could just die immediately.
it's not fun.
But
I mean, sure. All right. Are you on Fortnite?
yeah, I'm loading in. I'm logging in right now.
Right? You want to play that?
Yeah, sure, because I suck at this game.
All right. I'm just gonna. Die
So-
immediately.
1 second, I had to drink more of my off-brand
I
Sprite.
heard. We all heard.
Dylan's gonna have a rough awakening when we bring this back up tomorrow.
I'm not.
Um,
Work tomorrow. I'm still thinking
oh.
about
Good. But, where's that? Tiny titanium blocks, cheese, they didn't perfect it yet.
it. We were kind of sidetracking and talking about how they
Yeah.
like 30, 50, or 40, whatever.
So they're like right there. They're so close to perfecting it, but they can't figure out how. They're missing a puzzle piece. They have all of their scientists just think what they could use. They even like put people like 4090s and even 5090s in people that aren't even that smart, so they can help. And they try their hardest. They keep trying to figure it out. And so they just like they slowly upgrade it. Just they upgrade it the slightest bit, and it lasts them a little bit longer. So they could still try their hardest. They try to bring back other people, but they don't help. And so so I didn't really think this far into this, but I'll just spout out random nonsense.
I mean, I thought you were ready.
No, not really.
You were actually.
Most of this was just improv.
Yeah, you were just spouting random nonsense. Alright, do you want to change the topic?
No, I can keep going with this for a while, for just a little bit longer.
Keep going. You're already
So-
like 30 minutes in, I think, so whatever, we'll just go. You know what I'm gonna say when we're landing.
Think.
Worse. Think worse, but don't say it.
Is it about the tank?
That depends.
Yeah, Oh, anyway, yeah, okay. I'm getting too sidetracked on Fortnite. I need to spout out more nonsense. So,
Get in.
So, they perfected the slightest bit, and it helps them. I just can't hit them. Alright, so, they perfected the littlest bit, and they last a little longer. They implode 10 times more than Earth
Can you
imploded.
stop talking for like 2 seconds just so I can see how loud Fortnite is doing? Alright, keep going.
So, they imploded 10 times like bigger than how bad Earth imploded. Because they were using smaller chunks of titanium cheese, like I said previously, to power the ship instead of one big chunk. So it was like half the size of the explosion, but there was more of it. And the other aliens heard of it, and they knew it was a bad idea. So they were just kind of like, those people weren't as smart as we thought they were. So they kind of just like made fun of them, and they thought they came up with a better power source. But they really didn't. Here comes in the arc you weren't expecting.
The what?
Here comes the arc you weren't expecting. Water-powered toasters.
Water-powered toasters, but like, did that like combust immediately?
I mean, depends what kind of toaster you're using. Is it a water-powered toaster? Then probably no. Or then probably no. But if it's not, then yes.
Yes.
It's a, let me expand further. It's a water-cooled, water-powered toaster.
Move the car. Who's it made by? What's the toaster made by?
Give me a second, I'm thinking like the most off-brand computer company making the...
Huawei.
It's made by a
I got
group
one
of
for you.
devolved...
AliExpress.
Oh, I was gonna say like a group of devolved Microsoft like employees that are like cavemen.
From the people who saw Microsoft.
Yeah.
Like that one movie where it's like from the people who saw Shrek.
Yeah, they just like they tried their hardest. It didn't work. It came out like it came out with Windows 1. Even though it didn't really, because you know it's just an energy source. But since here, listen to this. They made it so it doesn't combust, so that when it is in water, it just keeps electrifying the water around it, and it makes constant electricity. Okay, this is where it gets interesting.
I think this is gonna be another topic that's not Racc rants, but Racc chats. Because this is a whole fucking story.
This is like my whole alternate universe headcanon.
Yeah, this is most likely a different thing from Racc rants.
So, when you try to make water-powered toasters, several people get fried.
Water-powered toasters. Oh my god.
Dude, don't question it, dude. I'm drinking Twist Up. I'm drinking Rip Off Sprite
Drinking
Juice.
Monster and I can still follow it.
You're on Fortnite now?
Yeah.
Yes. Just so Sal can like spectate. So, they in the process of making water-powered toasters, several people fall into the water and they get fried. They get dusted.
Like they just like go like
They just disappear.
they just like go like
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that's a pretty good representation. They just
or do they go
disappear.
just
No, bro. Nah, bro. They go like this. Wait.
There's a panzer. back to my rant. Oh my god. Back to my rant.
Shot.
Several, yeah, they're gonna run into a maniac. That's deranged. You're just the victim.
All right, we get it. All right, shut up with your water bottle. Is that them falling into the water? Do I need to like add screams of the damned over that, Parker? Parker.
Parker died.
His controller died. Parker, get your controller back on!
We can hear the titanium cheese lord.
Get a shot at from both directions. I forgot about the javelin tanks. He doesn't come back in like maybe 10 seconds when he's toast. Okay, what are we gonna... Oh no, our ranter is gone! That's bad.
It is very bad. I just invited her to play. Somebody's like, I'm like, took out the internet or something.
I'm worried about him.
You invite me.
I'm worried about him. Alright, I don't know what.
Can you invite me?
We're in the middle of a game. I really can't. Can't you join off of, like, Parker and spectate?
Not
I don't know
really.
where he is, but I guess I'll rant about something else or talk about something else. So, what are we gonna talk about while we wait for our main chatter to come back? You wanna talk about Black Ops 3? Because we've all played it here, right?
Sure.
Alright. Oh.
Yeah, what?
I think he's gone. For real.
Did he get off? Got off. Should I call him?
Yeah, no, I think that's the end of the first.
I've returned.
Oh, it's not the end of the first. All right, I'm leaving the game.
Sorry, my internet just cried itself to sleep.
Okay.
I think his internet just like
Let's just chat.
itself.
I'll keep it on like the menu of Fortnite, and we'll just chat.
Okay.
All right.
Do I keep going?
Keep. Do you want it to end? Do you want this to be the end for tonight?
Kind of. I'm giving myself a headache.
Okay, so this is the end of our first Racc chat.
Yes, sure.
All right.
I was not here for most of it.
Would you like to tell us your name so I could put you in those like video names
Credits?
like Feet whatever or
My name is
guest.
Mike Oxlon.
Shut.
Would you mind using a synonymous name, or do you just want me to say like my cousin?
A
Just do Facebook.
My synonymous name is just gonna be the deranged. Just the deranged.
All right, that's your name. So that's the end of the recording. I hope
Yes.
you enjoyed the first episode of Racc Chat. We were joined by the deranged and the derangee. I hope to see you in our first episode of Racc Rants, that shall star my CAD teacher.